Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the Republic. Uhuru Kenyatta, the fourth president of the Republic of Kenya, yesterday held a meeting with President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda in State House in Uganda. And that meeting, if you ask me, is significant politically speaking. Why do you think Yoweri and Uhuru met in Uganda?
Done.
Why do you think the two leaders met? Because for me, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. And therefore, this meeting is significant for three main reasons. Number one, this meeting is coming at a time when Dennis Itumbi had actually told Kenyans that Uhuru Kenyatta and the family were actually going for some holiday in the United Kingdom. In fact, Dennis Itumbi went ahead and even leaked some private travel documents belonging to the Kenyatta family. And indeed, Uhuru Kenyatta himself confirmed that he was going to leave the country. And from that document, the dates were very clear. That Uhuru Kenyatta and the family were traveling on the 2nd. Why was Uhuru Kenyatta still in Uganda? That's the first reason why the meeting is significant. Number two, the meeting is also coming at a time when Kenya Kwanza government had actually started banning some of Brookside products from Uganda from entering the country. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta is enjoying monopoly of milk in the Republic of Kenya. And as part of Kenya Kwanza's strategy to deal with Uhuru Kenyatta's businesses, they started frustrating Uhuru Kenyatta here. Then they went to Uganda, identified the products which Brookside was producing there, then exporting into the country here. Then they said, okay, these ones, no. Number three, it's also coming at a time just William Samoei Arap Ruto had actually met with Yoweri Kaguta Museveni just a few weeks ago. So why do you think these people met? That's exactly what I want us to go through in this video. But before you do that, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And with the same breath, allow me to thank the following people for the coffee which they sent to me earlier. I'm so grateful. You can also do the same using the numbers on your screen. It goes a long way in helping me produce more content. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin this video by going through the post which Uhuru Kenyatta made. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta returned to Twitter through the fourth president KE, which is his verified Twitter account. This is what he's saying. Former head of state and facilitator of the East Africa Community-led Nairobi peace process, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, earlier today paid a courtesy call on President Kaguta Museveni of Uganda at State House Entebbe. Besides the security situation in East African Community region, the two leaders deliberated on the ongoing peace processes geared towards the realization of a lasting peace and stability in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Also present at the meeting were, number one, John Mulimba, Ugandan Minister for Foreign Affairs, in charge of regional affairs, Ambassador Macharia Kamau, and Brigadier Elijah Mwanyika. Ambassador Macharia Kamau, for those who are interested, used to be the UN representative, but again, he was very powerful during Uhuru Kenyatta's time, and he's still helping Uhuru Kenyatta with the peace process in DRC Congo. And just the other day, he actually challenged Kenya Kwanza government to stop interfering with the former president. And let us now go to what Museveni posted, because it's also significant. Museveni is posting something here. I received former president of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, in his capacity as the facilitator of the Democratic Republic of Congo peace process. We had meaningful discussions, and I thank him for coming. Now, that is what they have told us. And indeed, it's true, they also discussed the issue of the peace process. Uhuru Kenyatta is a former president of the Republic of Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta told Kenyans that indeed he was traveling with his members of the family to the United Kingdom from the 2nd. Yesterday, I think was 6th or 7th, he was still in the country. Why do you think he was there? For me, this meeting happened because of the following reasons. Number one, it was a cover for Uhuru Kenyatta's business. That is the truth. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta is one of the billionaires in Africa. He has business interest across Africa. Uganda is home to Uhuru Kenyatta's several businesses. In fact, Brookside Company employs several Ugandans in that area. So when William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza government came up with this policy of killing Uhuru Kenyatta's businesses by blocking the importation of, I think, powdered milk from Brookside, Uhuru Kenyatta and his company, Brookside, had to lay off several thousands of Ugandans from their job. So for me, I tend to think that Uhuru went there to discuss the business and even the possibility of relocating some of his businesses from the country, as we speak, from Kenya to Uganda, because of the political instability, in quotes, as far as his businesses are concerned. Because if your businesses are affected because of politics, then it means there's instability as far as business is concerned. So for me, if you ask me, this meeting between Museveni and Uhuru was about those businesses. Probably Museveni willing to sell them. I don't know. So for me, that's number one. Number two, if you ask me, Uhuru Kenyatta is also trying to consolidate his power in Africa. You know, when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya, he played significant role in Africa. In fact, he was, you would always feel Uhuru Kenyatta amongst the presidents in Africa. And when William Ruto took over, William Ruto also is keen, in my view, if I've been observing him right, maybe you could advise me. William Ruto is also keen on creating an image of a true son of Africa. He wants to be the face of modern African presidents. But the truth is, Uhuru Kenyatta, having worked with some of these guys for 10 years, is trying to consolidate his power. And for him to consolidate his power within Africa, he needed the support of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And that's why this meeting is worrying Kenya Kwanza. And once he gets the support of Yoweri Museveni, then you can expect Uhuru Kenyatta to get the support of other presidents as far as his position as a peacemaker. Remember, William Ruto is keen on destroying Uhuru Kenyatta. So which means even the position Uhuru Kenyatta is holding, that peace process, William Ruto, in his own way, would have wished for Uhuru Kenyatta to relinquish, which is not going to happen anytime soon. So for me, that is the possibility. And if you were to do that, what would be the implication on William Samoei Arap Ruto? So maybe we can discuss that later. But number three, I don't want to rule out the possibility of Museveni trying to broker a peace deal in Kenya. And that's why I began this video by reminding you that just a few weeks ago, I think during the peak of Maandamano, William Ruto went to Uganda and met with Museveni. And what is William Ruto's thoughts? What do you think is normally in William Ruto's mind whenever he sees Uhuru, whenever he sees those mandamanos? William Ruto believes that Uhuru Kenyatta is the face of the mandamano, that all these protests we are witnessing in the Republic of Kenya is being funded by Uhuru Kenyatta. So probably Ruto went to plead with Museveni to talk to Uhuru Kenyatta. So the invitation by the president of Uganda, to which he extended to Uhuru Kenyatta, probably in my view, is to try and broker a peace deal. You know, having worked with Uhuru, now Ruto has pleaded with him. He's now talking to Uhuru. Then probably Uhuru will talk to Raila. But for me, I'm looking at it from that perspective. Because if you ask me, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything is normally well planned and scripted. And lastly, it could also be the aftermath of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya alliance protest across the country. You know, one of the countries which is normally affected in a big way by this protest is none other than Uganda. And you see, like for the last Mandamano, it did not really affect the Kisumu Uganda route as much. It affected in a big way Ukambani, those routes. So which means there was no way the goods from Uganda would have passed Nairobi. They could not even reach Nairobi in the first place. So for some 3 or 4 days, Kenyans were suffering here. Uganda's goods were also stuck somewhere. So I don't know what you think, but for me, that meeting is significant. And as a country, we need to put our eyes very closely to monitor the moves by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And by the way, today, there was some feasting program at Sagana State Lodge, where the residents were invited to go and have some rice and meat. And Rigathi Gachagua, I listened to him. Rigathi Gachagua feels like, okay, that is now the true meaning of having power. And Rigathi Gachagua was talking as if that state lodge is actually a property of the mountain. I don't know where I guess that idea, but I'm coming back with analysis about the whole thing. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.